And now here in Las Vegas, you get an idea to compare the sizes. The ages, 4 years difference. Only a half pound in the weight. Zarate says he's 5'7". He appears to be taller. I would say he's more 5'8". And his reach at 67, I would say, has a little more than an inch reach on Pintor, the challenger, getting his first title opportunity in just a few moments here. 118 for Pintor, 117.5 for Carlos Zarate. There is Pintor. He is married, he has a son and 2 daughters, comes from a family of 6, whereas the champion in the white trunks with a red stripe is one of 9 children and is the father of 3. The rules now, WBC and Nevada State. The 10-point must. The 3 knockdown rule has been waived. The mandatory 8 count is in effect. 3 judges score the fight. The referee conducts it only. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell, and we're in round 1 of the scheduled 15-round championship fight. In the yellow velour, cotton velour trunks, at about an inch and a half shorter, that is Pintor, the challenger. Pintor expects Zarate to be very strong at the beginning, whereas Zarate's handlers told me that he will feel him out for about 2 rounds and then unload some of his firepower. Zarate has been knocked down. He's in the white trunks, the champion. Pintor is tough. He's a little thicker in the torso, shorter legs, and pretty soon when they start unloading some punches, you will see the difference in reach. Both classically carrying their dukes up high right now. In yellow, Pintor, the challenger, has a very good left hook and left uppercut and keeps his right hand in a hitting position. He has his back to us right now. You'll see where he carries his right hand. He can explode from there. There's a beautiful long left jab, 2 of them just flicking out there to trying to get the gloves down. Those are 8-ounce gloves that they're using in this championship bout. Round 1, if you just joined us. The ring, 20 by 20. Remember, 3 judges do the judging. The referee, who happens to be Miles Lane, an attorney in Rio with the district attorney's office, working on murder cases when he's not in here refereeing a bout. We've worked with him before. He's very unobtrusive, as a referee should be. Still a probing round using all of the 20-foot square ring. Capacity crowd, and in the crowd, former champions Joe Louis, Tony Zale. Zarate in the white trunks, his 10th title defense. The most title defense were by Joe Louis in his heyday. He was in 28 championship bouts, 26 defenses of his title. Next was Henry Armstrong, and then another bantamweight, which these 2 fighters are, Manuel Ortiz with 23. That left thrown out by Pintor in the yellow trunks. The left missed. That one got in over the gloves. Zarate had him just a little low. Pintor, the aggressor, moving forward. He wants to get Zarate in white to come inside. There's a half left hook uppercut that failed to find the mark, brushed away by the right glove of Zarate. We're coming up to the 10-second mark of the first round. 85 total knockouts. These 2 bantamweights. Good left jabs. Menacing left jabs. All right, we're coming now to the corner of the 24-year-old challenger from Mexico City. That is Lupe Pintor, Guadalupe Pintor Guzman. And his handlers in the corner now are Tony Torres, Jorge Zuniga, and Phil Villarreal. The whistling is for the round lady that gets into the ring to tell them that round 2 is coming up. The second round will be coming up, and as we said, it's scheduled for 15. Now Zarate, he has had 2 first-round knockouts, so we're going into the second. That's out. He's had 12 second-round knockouts. He has gone 12 rounds once, whereas Pintor has gone 10 rounds 8 times. And this is first title defense. He was a little bit nervous in the first round, but he'll lose the butterflies as round 2 now is about to start. Miles Lane cautioning both corner men to get out of the ring and in a hurry. Here we go with the second round. If you just joined us, very, very few punches were landed in the first round. It was a probing round, trying to find out what the other bantamweight wants to do. And Zarate now quite flat-footed. Helps to get his punching power. Now moving forward at a faster pace is Pintor in the yellow trunks on the far side. Thus far, we have not seen a body punch, which surprises me. There was a right hook missed by the champion, Zarate. Bobbing and weaving now is the champion in the white trunks. And that jab caught the nose of the champion. Another jab, a left hook to the body, caught partially on the right arm of Zarate in white. Second round. Oh, there was a stiff left jab by Zarate. $118-pounders meeting for the first time, and as we indicated earlier, they were stablemates. A very fine left hook by the challenger. Beautiful left hook. Got within range and unloaded it. That uppercut was short by about a foot. Equal exchange on the jabs. Very vocal crowd here at the Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's a little left hook that got in, not with a lot of force behind it. Each bantamweight had a tune-up fight May 1st in Houston, Texas. Body punch was on the hip. In white, that is the champion, Carlos Zarate. Very stiff left jab of the challenger, Pintor, in yellow. I'm impressed with his jab. The question is if he can get in range to throw his real firepower. Less than 30 seconds remaining in the second round. Very slow action. Neither camp expected it to go the scheduled 15 rounds, but the way they're fighting now, it appears that they disagree. The bell in 10 seconds. We'll be back in a moment. Here's the third round, and if you're judging the fight, WBC rules a 10-point must. We have it pretty much even after 2 rounds. Very little action, and maybe the pace will pick up right now. That's Pintor in yellow, shorter of the two, trying to get inside and do some damage. Zarate up on his toes now, a little bit more. Excellent footwork. 55th fight in his career that began in 1970. His only loss to Wilfredo Gomez after he sustained a flu bug in Puerto Rico. Was not in condition for the fight, not to take anything away from the great champion Wilfredo Gomez. Fine left jab, intended right hand to the body, caught on the arm of Pintor. Glancing left thrown by Pintor on the far side. Both bantamweights are doing a good job at picking off punches like there. Beautiful job, beautiful defensive job by Pintor. Because believe me, that left jab of Zarate really whistles. Ooh, a straight right hand lead. Landing on its mark. The best punch thus far in the bout. This is the third round. A combination. Right hand led by 2 jabs. Good left hook, but caught on the arm of Zarate on the far side. We've reached the halfway point of the third round. Pintor really set to punch, feet wide apart. That's what we'd like to see Pintor do. Mix up his punches to the body and to the head. Exchange of left jabs, beautifully done. We'll probably be going to a station break. End of the round. Less than a minute to go in round 3. The fans asking for more action. Very good inside right hand by Zarate and White. There's an unusual combination, leading with a right hook followed by a left. Pintor keeps his gloves up high. Both those punches by the champion missing. Seconds remaining in the third. We'll return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports after this from our local stations. Las Vegas on Wide World of Sports, Zarate in the white trunks. He is the champion in his 10th title defense. Pintor on the right in yellow. Neither fighter's been knocked down. I've never seen so much respect shown by two fighters in the ring. Of course, stablemates growing up. They know each other very well, and they know that they both can punch. 32 knockouts. Ooh, and there with a combination, Pintor was trying for just that. He's in the yellow trunks. 32 knockouts, while Zarate in white has 53 knockouts, a 96% knockout average, more than any past or present world champion. In that department, Wilfredo Gomez is next. 22 out of 23 fights. Zarate often will not move a lot because usually he can outpunch his opponent, so he doesn't have to move. Now they're just sort of toe-to-toe, but out of range. Each fighter looking to end it early. It is obvious. Good ducking inside, the left hook thrown by Pintor. Pintor's best punch, the left hook. Miles Lane doing an excellent job of refereeing this bout. A double left hook by Zarate. And two good punches, combinations by the champion. We're in the fourth round with a little less than a minute and a half to go in the round. Another left hook for the champion, a missed right hand. Pintor trying to get to the body. Both those punches missed, but were they dandies? It's amazing the speed. And remember that Pintor has never been knocked out. Pintor on the left in yellow. And from all reports, Pintor, the challenger, his first opportunity has never been on the seat of his pants. But you got an idea of the speed of the champion, Zarate. And now, Miles Lane, the referee, the district attorney, telling Pintor on the far side to keep his punches up. Less than 30 seconds left in the fourth round. And there it goes down. Right hand and a left hook. And we have exactly 15 seconds. You cannot, he's up on his feet, 7 now. And the bout will continue. Less than 10 seconds of the fourth round. You cannot be saved by the bell except the last round. We had our first knockdown in the fourth round. Pintor, let's go back to the replay. As we expected, Zarate would do it. There's the right hand, a stiff one. Then a left hook did it. The right hand caused him to blink. And another angle. Look at that beautiful camera work here at the Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. And there is the first time that the challenger has been on the seat of his pants, and it's done by this bantamweight. Tremendous, pound for pound. You won't see anybody throw faster, harder punches. Pintor now, he'll be shaking the cobwebs quickly because he's in excellent condition. Brought so by Tony Torres, Jorge Zuniga, and Phil Villarreal. In the corner of the champion, we have Jorge Zarate, the brother of Carlos, Joe Torres, and Phil Silver, the talented West Coast trainer. And you hear the Spanish now being spoken to Pintor just above us. So the only knockdown came in the fourth round, down for about a count of 4 and quickly up on his feet. So that round, of course, has to go to the champion in white, Carlos Zarate. We had Zarate winning the third round as well, with the first 2 rounds even. If you're keeping score, 10-point must. Zarate's big plus is his pinpoint accuracy, as you saw, with a right hand lead followed up by a left hook. We're in round 5, scheduled for 15. Pintor's eyes are clear after that minute's rest between rounds 4 and 5. But he has to be wondering, going down for the first time in his career that began in May 1974. This is what Pintor wants Zarate to do, to come inside. But thus far, I'd have to say Zarate got the best of it. Pintor, shorter of the 2, wants him to come inside so he can hit him. Little right uppercut by Pintor. See that series of left hooks by the challenger? Oh, that left hand jab by Zarate is quick. Neither fighter marked. You just joined us. With his back to us, Pintor was down for a count of about 4, taking the mandatory 8 in the far corner, far right corner. They got a minute's rest, so he's okay. Again, a blocked punch. Good right hand by the challenger. Left jab by the challenger, landing. That one blocked. And that left jab staggered Pintor. Trying to get himself set, but he's wobbly. There is a left hook that glazed the chin. Oh, a tremendous right hand. Pintor taking it here in round 5. Just unbelievable speedy accuracy by the champion with less than 10 seconds remaining in round 5. We'll be back after a minute's rest. There's the skilled, confident champion, bantamweight division, World Boxing Council, Carlos Zarate of Mexico City. From the same mile-high city, the challenger in yellow. On the left now, Lupe Pintor, who was knocked down in the 4th round, took the mandatory 8 count, took great punishment in the last round, the 5th round, but was able to handle the heavy punches of the champion. We're now in round 6, a scheduled 15-round World Championship bout. Low blow. Oh, a sneaky right hand, and it caught Zarate. But a left and a right, Pintor. Beginning to see why Pintor, prior to this championship bout, had never been knocked down. He can really take a punch. Does a good job with his defense, as he did there, and also coming back with an offense of his own. Zarate, very difficult to fight because of his speed and his accuracy. Can't throw a lot of punches at him because if you get open, he'll hit you. But Pintor now employing the left jab. It's a great probing weapon. There's another one. Glancing blow to the side of the head of Zarate. Pintor in yellow staggered in the 5th round after being knocked down in the 4th. Zarate in white, 28 years old. Those punches are all slipped or blocked, thrown by the challenger. Here you're seeing what a difference a longer reach means in boxing. Oh, there was a good right hand by Pintor. Just slipping between the two gloves. Like Muhammad Ali with a tremendous reach. It's a big advantage. Equal exchange inside. Coming up to the 10-second mark of round 6. Developing now into a pure. We'll be back. A credit to any sport. Joe Louis, who defended his title 26 times, was in 28 championship bouts, more than any fighter in the history of this game. Zarate in the white trunks, his 10th title defense as the WBC bantamweight champion. First title opportunity for Lupe Pintor in the yellow trunks on the left, who was knocked down in the 4th round, up at the count of 4, took the mandatory 8 count. Mills Lane, the referee, doing an excellent job. Standing room only crowd at Sports Pavilion, Caesar's Palace. An air-cooled pavilion. It's very warm outside. You're scoring. Remember the 10-point must. Winner of the round must give him 10 points. The loser, aggressively less. That last round, I called it even. Previous round, because Zarate, the champion, staggered Pintor, I had it 10-9, and of course, big round for Zarate, the champion in white, in the 5th round when he decked the challenger. We're in the 7th round. Good left jab by Pintor on the forehead of Zarate. Zarate now moving a little bit more, not getting set to punch, to throw the combinations. And watching with great interest a man who was in many brawls, Tony Zale, former world champion. Looks great. These are bantamweights, 118-pound limit. Good body punch by Zarate. You probably could see it. Thrown from the far side. Very, very fine right hand by the champion. Exchange of stiff left jabs. Another one. See about the accuracy. That's it. And the speed. Zarate occasionally will get off balance in moving backwards. It's much easier to move forward. Those are rough punches inside. Little uppercut, right hand on the challenger, has him in trouble. He'll survive the round. The belt. The World Boxing Council World Champion Zarate in white is fighting the challenger, getting his first title shot, Lupe Pintor. Pintor in yellow or on the left was down in the 4th round, staggered in the 5th round. A little bit of a standoff in the last 2 rounds as we're in round 8. Zarate has, in his career, had to go long rounds. He's gone 10 rounds once, 12 rounds once, 13 rounds once. There's been only one decision in his 54 fights. This is round 8. Gambling was Pintor with a right-hand lead. Now he's flicking out those long left jabs, matching those of the champion in white. Champion in white appears about 2 inches taller. Now they're showing a little more boxing skill here in the 8th round. Pintor getting exactly what he wanted. He wants Zarate to move in. Zarate and White staying outside now. Watch how the tide will shift. In and out. Those are tough inside punches by the champion. Pintor showing no sign of weakening, even though he's knocked down in the 4th round. Zarate can punch down, whereas Pintor in yellow has to punch up. Beautiful left jab by the challenger. Missed combination by Zarate. Ooh, a solid left hook by Zarate. Coming high on the head of Pintor. We have less than 30 seconds. Back in about 10 seconds, you'll hear the bell ending round 8 of this championship bout from Las Vegas. Stay tuned. WBC World Bantamweight Championship fight. Carlos Zarate and White, who decked the challenger in the 4th round, taking the mandatory 8 count, staggered him in the 5th. Zarate on my scorecard in the 10-point must system in the lead. You have to go way back to 1974 in January, where there was a decision, the only one in the 54 bout career prior to this one today for the champion. That was a 10-round decision over Victor Ramirez, a tough fight in Mexico City. Champion between rounds 8 and 7 and 8. He came to both corners and warned each bantamweight about use of the head or butting. Neither fighter marked. Up on his toes now, using all the 20-foot square ring. Zarate facing himself here in the 9th round. So many of the punches are being blocked. As Pintor in yellow tried to throw the left hook, you saw the left jab, and there a right-hand lead, a gambling right-hand lead for the champion. Trying to get that left hand down. Pintor's left. We, of course, will be returning more of this championship bout on ABC's Wide World of Sports after a message at the end of the round from our local stations. Of course, if there's a knockdown, we'll stay right here. We've had only one, and that was Pintor in yellow in the 4th round. Savage punches by Zarate. Getting tough inside, holding and hitting. Mills Lane cautioning Zarate. The bell ending round 9 in 10 seconds, and we'll be back after this from our local station. And now the 10th round is underway, scheduled for 15. Pintor, the challenger in the yellow trunks, down in the 4th round, fighting back against the champion, Carlos Zarate, both from Mexico City. Big surprise here today. No one expected this to go this far. Neither fighter did. Thus far, only once has Zarate, the great puncher, heaviest puncher in the game today, has been able to find an open target for his accuracy. And the great condition of the challenger, Pintor, in the yellow trunks. Exceptional. There, Pintor, the best of the exchange as Zarate tried to come inside. Good left hooks by Pintor. I'm amazed how long they classically have held their gloves up high. Not too many errors in their defense thus far. Left jab by the challenger, snapping the head back of Zarate and White. Fans now hooting and hollering a little bit here. Standing room only crowd. Zarate here in the 10th round. About 45 seconds left in the 10th round. Combination punches and Zarate was shaken up. Pintor realizes it. What can he do with now 30 seconds to go in the 10th round? A whistling right hand, just short of the mark. By far, Pintor, the challenger's best round, coming up to the 15-second mark of the 10th round. Neither fighter is marked. There is Pintor, who staggered the world champion, Zarate. We're watching again in slow motion. A right hand lead, and there, the opening with the left hook. Let's see another angle. There was the left and a right hand cross. Right there, and it buckled the knees of the champion. There you look at him, clear-eyed, 28 years old, father of 3. Being talked to now by his brother, Jorge Zarate, Jojo Torres, and Phil Silver. So now, we go into the 11th round, scheduled for 15 for the World Championship. The challenger getting his first opportunity and making the most of it. Let's see how strong now. Perhaps he feels that Zarate doesn't know about going distances. And the Pintor fans, the crowd about equally divided. Many coming from Latin America here to Las Vegas to see the bout. Television all through Latin America, to Korea, to Canada. This has been a carefully fought bout by both bantamweights. Again, in respect of their punching power. Combination of left hooks by Zarate brought Pintor sort of back to a flat-footed situation. He was up high on his toes, trying to move around, be more flexible. And again, a combination with a missed right hand, and Zarate, sort of a tough punch. Zarate and White. We're in round 11. 10-point must. 3 judges are scoring the fight. The referee, Mills Lane, only in there to see that the bout is properly conducted. Dr. Dom Romero is the doctor in attendance here in Las Vegas, as he is so often in our bouts here on ABC from the Glitter Capital. Again, over that right hand with a left hook. Beautiful strategy by Pintor. Another left hook. Pintor will lead with a left jab, Sullivan with a left hook. But when Zarate leads with a left and then a right hand, a left hook comes thrown by Pintor. Getting some weird combinations by the champion here in the 11th round. Probably notice there's beginning to be more daylight between the 2 gloves of Zarate, the champion. Arms may be getting a little tired. He blocked that left hook, as you saw. Coming up to the 10-second mark of the 11th round. We'll have a message from our stations in about 4 seconds. We'll be back. Now, surprisingly, in this World Championship bout, bantamweight, Zarate white, Pintor the challenger in yellow. We are in the 12th round, scheduled for 15. In the last round, we saw a chink in the armor of Zarate the champion. Tiring, perhaps, because May 1st, like Pintor, fought on a boxing card. They both won by knockouts in Houston. For that bout, Zarate in white was at 127, so he had to come down in about 4 weeks, down to the 117.5 he made this morning at 7 a.m. for this championship bout. So it may take something out of him. If you just joined us, Pintor in yellow, or with his back to us, was down for the mandatory 8 count in the 4th round, staggered again in the 5th round, staggered Zarate the champion in the 8th round, and it's been close as it was at the first 2 rounds here in the bout. And of course, when a fighter tires, he often loses his sharpness to remember what strategy he's trying to do. A solid right uppercut by Pintor in yellow. Now, as we're in the 12th round, condition, strength will have everything to do with the bout. Now the bout becoming very much in the tradition of the Mexican fighters. Zarate wants to end it. Zarate with a good right hand lead, catching Pintor. Another combination. One minute remaining in round 12. There were 2 left hooks, sort of blocked from your view by the champion. Missed right uppercut, another one. Surprised the way their heads are hitting, that we haven't had a cut. Not intentional butting, but they are really in close, banging away. There is a mouse under the left eye of Pintor on the right. Maybe a tiny cut as well. This is the 12th round, less than 30 seconds. Oh, beautiful left hook by Zarate. But he's missing too often, a sign of tiring. But they'll get a much-needed 1-minute rest in approximately 10 seconds. And we're going to stay right here to check in on the condition of under the left eye of Pintor, the challenger. Mills Lane had to step in. The fans are loving it, standing, applauding now here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We hope you are enjoying it as much. Now you see it there at the right of your screen. there is a cut, tiny cut, a slight puffed area, and with a solid punch, it'll just split it. And oh, so little now, but it could cause trouble as we have rounds 13, 14, and 15 to go. All right, look at some of the punches. Looked like he was going to backhand Pintor, but it was that left hand, but Pintor doesn't take any backward steps. Those are slashing punches coming in on an acute angle and consequently can cause cuts. There you see the patchwork done on Pintor. All happening in the 12th round as the 13th is about to come up. For the champion, he has gone 13 rounds once, TKOing Puppy Hernandez in 1978. That is the farthest he's ever had to go in a career that began in 1970. Zarate in the white trunks, Pintor in yellow. Very, very good left hook by Zarate. You noticed how poised Pintor was there? Took time to pull up those trunks. Zarate alternating with the up on his toes movement, down, back, flat-footed to punch. Just on his Pintor, the challenger, down in the 4th, staggered in the 5th. He hurt Zarate, the champion, in the 8th round. And I had the 10th round, 10-9 in the 10-point must system. Both bantamweights finished their workouts yesterday, and strangely, the weigh-in was at 7 a.m. this morning. Pintor, on the left, had to shed a ½ pound to make the 118-pound limit. Zarate, after weighing in at 117.5, had a big glass of orange juice, nearly a full glass of honey. Aha! Sort of capped by a little cognac. That was at 7 Las Vegas time this morning. There's a left hand that got inside on Pintor's nose. Minute to go in the 13th round. What a surprise. We figured 4 or 5 rounds and that was it. Man who knows about boxers having a stable of his own. He's been in several fight pictures. Ryan O'Neal has just come alongside here, and I know he's enjoying this bout. Perhaps we'll have a chance to talk to him as 13th round now. It is in the final 30 seconds of it. Brad, are you surprised at this bout that it's gone this far?
Yeah, I knew it would. I knew that Lupe Pintor is a good fighter. They also have boxed hundreds of rounds together. They used to be stablemates.
Yes, this is the same fight that we're watching now. We've gone to the 14th round. This is the farthest that Zarate has ever had to go in 55 fights because he has the greatest knockout record of them all. But he's in against a toughie. At 118 pounds, Lupe Pintor, also of Mexico City, who was down in the 4th, staggered in the 5th, but has held his own pretty much. With me at ringside now, after seeing one of his fighters box on the preliminary card, the man coming out with a movie, the main event with Barbara Streisand, Ryan O'Neal. Ryan?
Thank you, Chris. Good fight today.
It's tremendous.
Good fight. These boys used to be stablemates.
Is hurt after 43 seconds of the 14th round, and a staggering stiff left jab by the champion. The cut under the tiny cut under the left eye of Pintor has caused him no problem. Boy, he's banging away. I'm surprised at their defenses, that they've been able to keep those dukes up there.
That's right, hands high all the way. And Pintor is closing in on him. Pintor is closing up this decision. The judges are going to have a tough time.
That's right. 3 good ones. Art Laurie, Harold Buck and Bob Martin. The referee does not judge the fight. He's controlled it beautifully, though. Mills Lane of Reno.
Non-stop action.
We've reached the halfway point of the 14th round with 1 to go. After this, the 14th round, we'll be going away for 30 seconds and then back to pick up the last half, the 1-minute rest period before the final 15th round. We have about a minute to go now in the 14th round. Oh! You can only compliment their trainers for getting them into condition to go this far, especially Pintor, who has had to absorb the heavier punches by the champion. Tall and lanky, Ryan.
Yeah,
that is an advantage if you can punch.
Perfect look for a fighter. Look at that.
Oh.
This is a fight.
And now Zarate, the champion, starting to widen his stance a little bit.
Bad sign.
But he better remember that he still has the 15th round to go and not punch himself out against Pintor. The 15th round coming up. Well, we had a few technical problems. First of the day. Well, I think both fighters, especially Zarate, the champion, has had a few technical problems. Doing a little compress now along the right eyebrow of Zarate, the champion. It may have been just a scratch. And as we said earlier, I'm surprised there haven't been cuts from occasional intentional butting. Now, 15th round, World Championship at stake. Zarate in white is the champion. He won it in 1976, KOing Rodolfo Martinez. Very solid left hook by Pintor, shorter of the two, shorter reach. I know, Ryan O'Neill, that you weren't able to write down the 10-point must scoring, but just off the top of your head, you have it even?
Yeah.
You do.
I have the winner of this round can win the fight.
Okay. I thought old Blue Eyes might show up. Frank Sinatra,
yeah, I know.
boxing
I saw
fan.
his show last night.
Wasn't it great? All right, we have gone 1 minute in the 3-minute 15th and final round. Zarate getting his first taste of the distance. That is up to now. There has only been 1 knockdown, and that was in the 4th round. Beautiful combination by the champion, putting Pintor down, staggered in the ninth, came back to shake up the champion in the 8th round. Ryan O'Neill has it even. I've had the advantage of marking down the 10-point must, and I have Zarate a tiny bit on top. The 3 judges will tell the story when this round ends. Less than a minute and a half to go in the bout. Two non-English speaking bantamweights. Still stiff left jabs by both bantamweights. Zarate, right with about 40 seconds left in this championship bout.
Great fight.
Now 30 seconds. Remember, except for the final round, could not have been saved by the bell. But here in the 15th, you can. So we're coming up with 15 seconds remaining.
There'll be no knockout.
No. Zarate, if he can win, will be only his second decision. And for the first time in his brilliant career, he has gone 15 rounds. But we got to hear what the judges' scoring will be. Our Lurie Harold Buck and Bob Martin will be handing their cards to the ring announcer, Chuck Hull. And we'll be back to get that information for you right after this here in Las Vegas. Is the 2-1 favorite going into this 15-round bout, and for the first time he was forced to go the distance by a game challenger, Lupe Pintor. Now Chuck Hull with the three judges' decisions.
The winner by split decision, and new bantamweight champion.
There is a tremendous upset. Lupe Pintor, at 24 years of age, has upset the great bantamweight champion in the World Boxing Council. The stablemates and Zarate is aghast. He is absolutely stunned. We are surprised, but it is a split decision when the title stays in Mexico City, but it'll be won by Guadalupe Pintor Guzman, the new WBC World Champion. Bantamweight. Look at him, his face beaten up by a toughest fight of his career. The executive producer of ABC's